So in TopSpin 2K25, the big thing is, how do you make an ace serve? Now, there is many ways to kind of practice this, but we're going to go with the easiest way. You've obviously got the TopSpin Academy. I would recommend definitely going through that as much as possible before trying to venture into kind of the world of tennis, because I must admit, coming onto it straight off the bat, it's not as easy as you'd like. But the best thing to do, especially if you are looking to practice, if you want to use your created player or not, then obviously that's for you. But I'm going to go with obviously Federer to start with. We'll go with Andy Murray just in general. Now, the big thing is you've got difficulties. You've got very easy, normal, hard, very hard, and then you've got expert and legend, which requirements to unlock in the overview. So to start with, if you are absolutely brand new to the game, I would personally go as easy as possible. We're just going to go with any random stadium we can. If we can go here, we'll go into palm trees. So we've obviously got the match settings here and everything that. We can go classic tennis. You got points and arrows, serve, all of these random stuff that will be unlocked with an overview. That's something we'll kind of go into later on. We have games per set free. We have sets per match free. Second serve is on, and obviously that's fine. So we'll save them off and we'll go straight into it. So the basic premise to be able to do all this is to literally playing it yourself as well. There is no actual mode at the moment that I've found that is just like a serving match where you can literally just go in and serve and serve and serve. You can do that technically within the kind of academy, but to be honest, it isn't necessarily as real as in the actual game. So this is going to be the best place to start off, and the best thing is obviously you can put it on easy, so you kind of get to your serves pretty quickly, because realistically, as long as you get a pretty decent serve back, you might get one or two rallies, but you just have to whack them in the corner, and to be honest, they don't really get it. Like, even then, I got a too late shot, and that's going to be it. Now, in terms of serving, before we get there, the main thing is you want to get to the advanced serving to start with, because that's going to be the way for you to get the ace. You're not going to be able to do it with just tapping B, and I've just run away from the ball. You're not going to be able to do it with just the tapping serve. You've got to go for the full timing serve. It isn't going to be kind of a decent one when it comes to the tap, because you're not going to hit it hard enough. Then you've got the aiming on top of that as well, which is just as hard as well, so that's always going to be fun. So you've got a whole lot to get used to, but as we kind of progress through this, it more than likely will become second nature. It's like anything, like kind of baseball games, basketball games. When you've got to have a timing on something, the more you play it, you get used to the rhythm of it. You get used to the kind of counter coming up, and that's kind of the perfect thing about it. So as we see, we're in the serve now. Just as a kind of one on the console, you want to go down and up. So down is going to give you the arrow, and you want to go up. That's going to give you the perfect. At the same time as doing that, we need to be utilizing that left stick here. So as you see, we've got the left stick moving it up, and we go down. So that's going to give us the perfect one. And as you can see, it's got the power on it. It's just then totally about getting the aim in right. And to be honest, just making sure your opponent doesn't get it, to be honest. So you want to go in the corner as much as possible, then holding on to the late. So if you can get it almost autonomously, that's going to be perfect in terms of aiming. And as you can see there, it's a good hit. And not every time you're going to get the ace. It is, I think I've got 2 so far. So I thought, you know what, I feel prompt enough to show you how to do it. But again, there is going to be times where you don't hit it right, and obviously if you are always going for it, it's going to be one of them ones where you want to just make sure you're going for the good serve. Trying to get the ace is going to be perfect for the points, but you want to make sure that you are hitting the serve anyway and not necessarily going for that second fault, as you see there. So if I go up and I go there, that's going to be the second fault, and he nearly missed it as well. So we're back onto the points. Bang. It's a good hit back, and the higher the opponent, the less chance you're going to get from obviously getting the ace as well. That's going to be the big thing. So we're back on here, and this is what I mean about being able to practice. I'll keep you updated in case I find a mode that just gives you serves, because that's going to be a real helping hand if you can get almost match gameplay for serving, because like I said, with the whole lessons, it's great and it definitely helps, but it doesn't feel like a game, because you're just against a robot in terms of the arm, not the actual person. You don't know if you truly are scoring the ace, or if it's just purely because the robot doesn't hit it back. So that's going to be my best way, I'd say. The very easy is just great because you can kind of just fly through the rankings, as you see. There's not really too much on it. And yes, obviously the aces will come easier then, but it's all about getting that serve right, getting the perfect in, making sure you're using the down analog to be able to work it as well. Like I said, you're not going to be able to use just a tap of B, and you want to be aiming absolutely perfectly there to be able to try and at least put him off a little bit. And it's all about just continually practicing. You will find that some matches you'll get more than others, but it is totally about the actual timing and then the aiming of it as well. So I would always look for kind of the corners in this kind of left hand serve. I'd be looking for that top right. So if I'm going here, I'm looking for that power serve, not trying to hit the fault. The perfect's going to be perfect for that. And I've got the double fault there, beautiful. But also if you kind of fault once, then obviously you can get the perfect back. But you can also then give him points to be able to give yourself a little bit more of an edge of a serve as well, which is going to be the kind of big thing for you. So you could just leave the ball as well to maximize the amount of serves you actually get. That's going to be perfect, but it's straight down the middle of him, which is not going to help. And what I'll do now is I'll just let that slide. It gives me another serve or two serves, depending on how you see it. So again, get the perfect, but it is the aiming that is absolutely key for this. So let's give him a 40. Also, if you didn't know, with tennis, obviously you've got to be 2 clear points ahead. So if you can, that's going to be the ace. That's the one there. So it's just getting that hit perfectly. I doubt we can go back to back. Oh, I'll let go of it. Beautiful. And that's all you got to do. Let me know how you get on.